So we're back to the Raft life, and today we found Temperance. So today me and Cole are going to explore this polar ice cap and see what this island has to offer. So first thing we came across was these igloos that we're going to explore.
Detto showed me and Henry some abandoned igloos. The boy got them open by fiddling with some cables. The big igloo is still shut though. I wonder what's inside. Detto introduced me to a man named Ruben. He was hurt, looked like wounds from a bear attack. So I helped fix up the wounds. Astrid used to fix up my wounds the same way. Where are you, sis?
Straight off you can see Cole jumping up and down excitedly, and here you can see why. Yeah, that's right, we've finally got some transport with a good old skidoo. And this transport here is going to help you get around the island so you can find the towers with the red lights on and find some cables. As we know, it's never that simple. Before you can get your cables, you may be able to fight a polar bear first. But don't worry, if you've got a machete or anything useful like a pike, you can probably just poke him to death in a few hits. And once you've dealt with this predator, you can wear his head as a trophy, as with all the others, and then make your way back into the village and hook up the power supply. Once you connect the power to the first igloo, it will light up and then you can go inside. And then what you want to do is connect that to the next one and so on and so on and so on until you get to the final igloo in the middle.
That kid Detto is really smart. Using material we salvaged, he was able to fix up my boat. Ruben is recovering too, but he doesn't seem to want to talk to me a lot. Both of them stare whenever I talk to Henry. Henry doesn't like the way they look at us.
Once you reach this, you'll have access to the vending machines, although the items are purely cosmetic, not as good as the last ones, unfortunately. But there is a nice surprise at the top with another blueprint, which are always useful. Next to it, don't forget to grab the blowtorch as well, you're going to need that for later on. So as you've seen, there was a big hole coming in. Unfortunately, Cole fell down there, so I haven't got the clips for it. As you can see, it will allow us access to this building here we're about to go into.
I've already lost Miranda. I will not lose you too, Henry. The two of us have followed a signal far south. I know it's from my sister. There's no doubt.
Once inside, you're going to check the first two floors for a couple of notes, and then right at the top you'll find the other notes. Once you have all four, it will show you 4 pictures, and you'll use the telescope to figure out how many stars they have in each to open the code on the locker. In theory that sounds quite easy, but in practice you may mistake a few of the items for something else. But stick with it, it's not that hard. You just move buttons around until you see what you see, get the number of stars, and then put them in the order you get from the notes.
The boat is ready to go. Detto is ready with the air horn, and Ruben can at least walk. Henry is staying behind. It's bittersweet. He doesn't speak with me anymore, but I think it's safer for someone to stay behind.
So finally that brings us to the bright green lights in the sky. No, they're not the northern lights. What you're seeing is a burnt out nuclear reactor. So of course it's the end of the world, it must be us who has to fix it. So as humanity's last hope, let's delve into the saline research facility. So first things first, we know red flashing lights ain't a good sign, but on the side we can grab a note and learn a little more.
I am called Sparrow. Whoever finds this, know that I held humanity's interest first. Always. I was sent to Selene alongside 2 colleagues, one of which I discovered was a mole by the investors. Had Owl been allowed to come to Selene, the knowledge of this unlimited green energy would have
Okay, so now it's time to grab a radiation suit, and what you're going to do is go down the stairs into the lab and you're looking on the walls for the letters, the periodic code to match the numbers. Then you want to input those numbers on the consoles. And this is where I was really glad we were playing it in co-op, because the first time down we just ran around looking for the numbers and we couldn't find them all straight away, so we had to come back up. Once you do find them on the wall and you can match them to the consoles, it is relatively easy. You just have to take your time, go back up and get another suit if needed, and then come back down and input all the code numbers into the consoles. Once that's complete, you go on to the next puzzle and you get a slight glimpse at what's to come. So next set of puzzles, we're going to go in, there's a laser beam in there, you've got to try and bounce it off the mirrors to break the lock on the door. Once you're through, you're going to go into the next room. You're going to have a similar puzzle, but you can twist the mirrors this time. It's going to seem some sort of mission impossible, but just remember to use the static mirrors in the room and you'll find it a lot easier. That's it. Once you completed all the laser puzzles, you should have the control rods. Then you go back up to the start where you came in and place them all inside.
The Selene facility was built for one purpose: master and perfect the experimental reactors used to power the floating cities. No easy task, but it has been done, in theory. Yet, we do not have the people to construct anything but a basic prototype. It can be built for real, I know it! We just need more people. There's a place where the Rafters live in peace with any survivors of the old world. They call it Utopia. Maybe there we can begin to reverse the damage we've done. But we received a message from them yesterday. One of the investors has taken control of the community. Olaf Wilkstrom. I fear his intentions with this potential haven.
Once you've done all that, finally you'll have control to the reactor room. So use the key on the door and you'll go in. You're going to have to fight a load of little radioactive spiders and then shut off all the valves. And that's it. Once you've completed it, you'll have access to the ice room. You go inside and it's a little storage area with loads of loot. As per usual, you're going to find the blueprint in there as well and the coordinates to your next destination. Don't forget to have one little last look around to find the old man lying in his cryopod, otherwise old Smozo will get left behind.
Good morning. You're not... Oh, I get it. They left me here. Wow. Thanks for waking me up. Long-term cryosleep can result in a number of issues. So, you got room for a bioengineer?
That's it for Temperance, well, nearly, but you do now have the coordinates to Utopia. Just one last thing to do before we leave, one last trip back to the village to use all the tokens up.